Urinary tract infections are extremely common. Around 1 in 2 women and 1 in 20 men will get a UTI in their lifetime. Plus, once you've had one UT challenge, you're way more susceptible to another in the future. That's why you just need Just Thrive's UT123. This product can actually prevent UTIs while maintaining your urinary tract health. UT123 targets both immediate and long-term relief. We've all heard to drink cranberry juice for your urinary tract, but did you know that for the full effects, you need the whole cranberry? Not just juice, but the skin, flesh, and even the seeds. Well, UT123 uses superior ingredients that utilizes the whole fruit. This supplement truly is the full package. So if you're someone who struggles with the constant urge to urinate, a burning feeling when you pee, pelvic pain, or just want to be proactive in your urinary health, Just Thrive is for you. Just Thrive is so confident you'll love their product that there is a 100% money-back guarantee on every purchase made through justthrivehealth.com. And for a limited time, you can save 20% off site-wide at justthrivehealth.com with promo code SEXWithEmily. That's justthrivehealth.com and use code SEXWithEmily for 20% off your order. You're going to love it. Listen, alcohol is just out in 2024. There is a rising trend of going alcohol-free or being sober curious, and alcohol, the truth is, it's just bad for you and can famously impair your sex life. So if you're looking for another way to unwind, relax, or just have fun, I cannot recommend Via's THC gummies enough. Via has gummies for every occasion. Whether it's to improve your sleep, I love their sleep gummies. I take them everywhere. Your mood or your focus. They even have an aphrodisiac gummy called High Love to boost my arousal levels. High Love has a unique blend of cannabinoids and aphrodisiac exotic herbs that are known for their libido enhancing effects. So I've been using Via for a while now, and I absolutely love them. They're a super trusted company. They use premium hemp, natural ingredients, and they're known for their premium indoor THCA flower. All their products are made here in the US. They got quick and discreet shipping to all 50 states, so you can all enjoy them, not to worry. And also super affordable. So head over to viahemp.com and use code Emily at checkout to save 15% off your order. That's VIIAHEMP.com. Use code Emily at checkout for 15% off your order and let me know what you think.
Look into his eyes. They're the eyes of a man obsessed by sex. Eyes that mock our sacred institutions. Bedroom eyes, they call them in a bygone day.
Hey, Emily, you got a boyfriend? Because my man E here, he just got his heart broken. He thinks you're kind of cute.
A girl's got to have her standards. Oh, my.
Do women know about shrinkage?
Isn't it common knowledge?
What do you mean, like laundry? It shrinks?
Can we not talk about sex so much?
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, it feels so good.
Being bad feels pretty good. But you know, Emily's not the kind of girl you just play with.
You're listening to Sex with Emily. We're talking about sex, relationships, and everything in between. For more information, go to sexwithemily.com, where you can listen to all of our shows if you're a Friends with Benefits member. We really want everyone to become a Friends with Benefits member. It's $4.95 a month, which is nothing. It's like 23 cents a day. And then you get to listen to 3 shows a week. You get all these benefits and perks, and you're just in our inner circle, and we love you. But we love all of our listeners. So thanks, everyone, for listening to the show. Hi, Menace. What's up?
What's going on?
How you doing?
Good.
Good.
You caught me deep in social media.
I know. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm
checking my Path.
What is Path again?
Path is like a mini Facebook, only for your close friends. So you can only
Thanks
have
for nothing.
You can only have 150 friends on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why wasn't I? Why can't I be on it?
If you want to be on it, be on it.
No,
I've mentioned it a couple times.
I know, but I don't want to be on it then.
You don't want to be
I want you to invite me. I know you can't, right? It has to be people who are already existing in the Path.
Yeah. I think you can invite people that are not on it or something.
Whatever. I'm busy with social media. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, Sex with Emily, and you can follow Menace on those same places at White Menace.
Everything.
Tumblr, all that stuff.
Instagram. Love Instagram.
I know. I love it too. Kind of, but I forget about it. But today's show, Sex Myths Debunked. There's lots of myths out there. People think penis size matters. People think men can't have multiple orgasms. We're going to get into all that today, and we're going to be answering your emails as well.
Wait, you can't get pregnant by swallowing semen?
No.
You can't?
You can't.
Are you serious?
Yep. And what do you think? We're going to talk about women. Can they get sex can they get pregnant when they have their period?
No.
False. So anyway, we're going to get into that. But it was interesting because I got a call from a friend this morning. This kind of ties into myths. But this is just something that we always talk about on the show, that you should not ever talk about your past sexual exploits with a current partner. So she's sleeping with this guy, and she was like, she asked him a question about oral sex, and she's like, well, do you feel like you've gotten different kinds of oral, like they were talking about oral sex, and he went on and on about it. And then he said, well, I was with my ex-girlfriend was great at it, and she gave me blowjobs this way and blah, blah, blah. Just not only should you not talk about the number of people you slept with, but you shouldn't bring up, no one wants to hear about anyone's exes. Would you want me as a girl, if I was dating you, Menace, and I was like, well, my last boyfriend's penis was 6 inches longer.
No, and I don't want to hear about how great she was at giving fellatio and stuff like that.
Exactly. So my friend was like really hurt. She's like, why isn't he with that girl anymore?
Well, she asked the dumb question anyways.
Well, you shouldn't ask the questions if you don't want to hear the answers. But still, it's just kind of like you have to just be careful about talking about past exploits. And I realized when I was younger, I feel like maybe I used to share information like that. And I just know now, like I've been dated guys for years, and I've never heard one thing about their ex. And that is totally okay with me. Because I don't want to know about their exes. I don't care. It's not pertinent information, and it only makes you feel bad. So I don't know if that's a myth or not, but just don't share any sexual information or anything about your exes.
Never.
I mean, sometimes it's interesting when you're dating someone to hear like, oh yeah, we broke up because she was a total bitch. Like, that's fine. No. But I mean, you can give details like we broke up because we weren't compatible. She wanted to have kids. I didn't. I mean, little things like that are fine if you want to hear about ex relationships, but never past sexual exploits. Like the time I had a threesome and I was getting banged by 2 guys. No one wants to hear that.
Never.
So I just wanted to remind you, if you were sharing that information with your current lover about your past lover, not to do it.
So what's going on in your life?
Okay, so
you watching any TV?
I was just going to tell you. Okay, so I've been trying to watch, more TV, as we all know, and I got sucked. I downloaded the first season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills on Bravo, and I got so sucked in last night. I watched 4 episodes. Like, they're each like 45 minutes. Like, I was watching for like 3-4 hours. I was there at my laptop just sitting. Maybe that's why my neck hurts. I have terrible neck pain today. Like, I can barely move. I was so transfixed by these insane women. I was thinking about you because you like Adrienne Maloof the best, you said.
Yeah, I love her.
Yeah, she's good because she seems like she's the most solid. But they're like crazy bitches. Like, and like that Camille on the first.
Yeah.
Like, everyone hates her, but because she's like, my life is really hard. I have to manage 3 houses and I have 2 kids, but she's got like a staff of 10.
Yeah.
She's everything she says, she sounds like an idiot. and I like Kyle.
Kyle?
She's
you do?
Good. Yeah, you don't like her?
Yeah,
she looks like Demi Moore. I couldn't get over that.
No.
Not as pretty?
No.
Yeah. So anyway, I was watching a lot of TV.
I kind of like her, but it's just like, I don't know.
Who do you like, Adrienne?
I love Adrienne. I love the English.
Lisa Vanderpump. You guys, we're talking about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills if you haven't seen it yet. It's really, I get it.
You can watch it online.
I was resisting it. Like, just, I don't want to watch TV. I'm busy, blah, blah, but I got sucked the fuck in.
Yeah, it's
I knew you'd be proud.
It's pretty funny just to watch them
and their lives. And then that one Taylor spent $60,000 on her 4-year-old's birthday party.
Yeah, it's
like
insane.
a bar mitzvah or something, or it's like a wedding. I mean, seriously, I don't know. These women are crazy. So that's what I've been doing. What about you?
Me, I've been
working
like crazy, like an animal. I'm trying to lock down a new position, and so like my whole like life is just transfixed on that right now. So I'm not really thinking about anything else.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I hope you get it, whatever it is. Hope it all works out for you.
Too, man.
I really want everything to work out for you in life, man.
Thank you.
And I feel that it will. Okay, we can get into a little sex in the news. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I have to share with you, but I think just that it's spring and it feels very springy and amazing.
Yeah, it was really, really sunny.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I got in the studio an hour earlier than you, and it was still cold outside.
Right.
What about you? Was it
sunny now, hot? And it's spring. People are being springy. Like this is when love is in the air. People hook up more in spring. It's just amazing.
It gets cold at night, though.
It gets cold at night, but it stays dark longer.
Yeah, and
light longer.
I did a screenshot of how hot it was. It was like 50 degrees, and I was freezing.
Yeah,
and I sent it to my friends on the East Coast. Like one lives in Chicago, one lives in Pittsburgh. And they were just like upset with me
freezing.
that I was,
Although it was like 80 degrees on the East Coast. They had like a total heat wave last week. Yeah, it was amazing. I wasn't there, but.
I'm sorry that I said East Coast and then I said Chicago. People hate that.
Midwest. Chicago, Michigan, where I'm from, Midwest. Okay, so we've got some sex in the news for you. The situation checked into rehab.
He did.
He did. The situation from, this is just for you, Real Housewives, not Real Housewives, what's it called? New
Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore, sorry. He recently checked into rehab for substance abuse after realizing his recreational habits had spun out of control. He'd been showing signs of substance abuse for a while, but he was getting worse as the season went on. Several people noticed he was acting paranoid on the set, and the unusual behavior was evident in certain season 5 episodes.
Yeah, he was acting kind of strange, but I mean, he's always been strange.
But do you think
that.
it's beyond alcohol? Like sometimes some drugs can make you paranoid.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that report. They didn't mention like,
they never mention. I always want to know why they're going to rehab.
Yeah,
like, what were they addicted to specifically?
And paranoia, I don't know.
That's not alcohol. That's drugs.
Cocaine.
That's cocaine or pot.
Yeah. No. Well,
some people get
I don't
paranoid
think they're
when they
smoking
smoke weed.
I don't think they're smoking
They're
weed.
not that type,
on the
are they?
set. Huh?
No, they're not that type.
Yeah, but how are they going to smoke weed on the set?
You just go behind the doors. You're like, I got to go to the bathroom. You go out back. You sit in your car. I would just no.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. But
I think that he was like out of
he seemed
place.
different.
Like, yeah, he seemed different.
Okay. So he's in rehab now. That's good. Who isn't in rehab? Okay. Raise your fingers, raise your hands. Seems like everyone's going to rehab.
I'm not in rehab.
Rehab seems like a nice place, really. I mean, you get over all your issues and you can go to cushy rehab.
When are you going to go to rehab?
I don't need to go to rehab yet, but I wouldn't mind. You get your life turned around. I have a few friends who've been to rehab and they're like, their whole lives are better and stronger and they're sober.
Crazy.
I know. It's crazy. Okay. A woman in China seeks husband who doesn't want sex. A 38-year-old woman who runs a website that promotes virginity is seeking a husband with stringent conditions attached. No premarital sex and no sex for the first 3 years of marriage.
3 years?
She sounds like a gem. Good luck. Tu Xiu, a 38-year-old single woman, runs a website, Preserve Virginity, that is dedicated to promoting virginity before marriage. She posted a personal ad online to seek a husband, reported China Daily citing rednet.cn, whatever. Okay, what the hell? She wants to find a guy. She's promoting virginity. She's a virgin. And first 3 years of marriage. What? How many men are going to answer this? Maybe gay men who are trying to hide that they're gay?
I think some men will do it. Yeah, somebody that has the same beliefs as her.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's people out there, as crazy as it sounds.
Right. No, it could be like a religious thing or you're just not into
but
sex.
I've never heard of like, after we get married for 3 years, we're not going to have sex.
What the hell are you going to do? I mean, if you're not connecting sexually, which is why I do this show, because I feel like couples who are like, everything's great, we're so great, we haven't had sex in 2 years. It's like, you've got a problem. Because couples need sex and that intimacy that comes along with sex to keep them close and to keep them connected. And sex connects couples. I've a friend who's been married to her husband for 12 years and they have 3 kids and things are busy and she's always like, God, I haven't had sex with them in like a week. That's what it is. And she would realize that she felt so disconnected from him when they weren't having sex. And the second they had sex, it was like everything was better. Like it can heal.
Man, you guys just break everything
down. Yeah. My
like,
friends, my phone blows up with this stuff.
You guys just cause all the issues.
What do you mean?
Seriously, like guys don't break it down. Hey, man.
Haven't gotten laid in a week.
I haven't got laid in a week. I think it's
my
really
best
affecting
friend, though.
my psyche, you know?
She's like my best. We talk about everything. She's like, it's affecting me. I need to have sex. And then she's
guys
like, we
are so
finally had sex.
insane. Do you realize how hard it is to deal with you guys?
Women?
Yeah.
Because
you step back for one moment and say,
why is that bad? She wanted to have more sex with her husband. I mean, how many guys would love a wife like that?
Overanalyze everything. It's ridiculous.
Well, we do overanalyze everything. But I don't think we overanalyze everything. I think that we're healthy and we analyze. I think men repress things and they don't have an outlet of people to talk to. So women do. And I cherish that with my friends and relationships.
Yeah.
Okay, research shows female orgasm is all in the mind. The secret to releasing the mysterious female orgasm may be all in our heads, literally. Surprising research suggests that the concept of female sexual dysfunction as a disease could be a myth, which is our topic today.
It is.
And that women may be, just overthinking sex and love. Acclaimed scientist from Rutgers says he was studying the female orgasm, a dude, hoping to unlock the elusive secrets of a woman's pleasure peak. And they're analyzing whether female sexual dysfunction is even a real disease. I mean, it can be I believe that it still is a real disease, even if it's in your mind, you can't untap it. Like maybe it's not like the clinical definition of a disease, but there's a lot of women who, for whatever reason, they've got too much stress, too much anxiety, and they can't have an orgasm. And I do believe that our brain is the largest sex organ, and women need to not focus so much on like, oh my God, am I going to have an orgasm? Just like men with premature ejaculation. They're like, am I going to have an orgasm? Am I going to come too quickly? It's so much about sex. I mean, this could be about men too.
So you're saying that it's in the mind, and since she's not having an orgasm, that means she's just not that into you.
No, I'm not saying that at all, baby. I'm just saying that women
saying
are overthinking
if she was with
it.
a hotter guy, she
and you
could
just said
probably
I
have an
overthink
orgasm.
things. No, that's not what I'm saying either, people.
Why are you saying these horrible, harsh things,
why
Emily?
are you twisting my words? Everyone heard what
I'm
I
just
said.
breaking it down right now.
Don't do that. Okay, I've got some emails for us.
From the peeps?
From the peeps, unless you have any other sex in the news to share that you read on TMZ today or anything.
Nah, nothing really. I'm just reading about Michael Jackson's house is for sale and stuff like that.
Okay, that's exciting.
And something that's huge that in the past 24 hours has taken over the internet.
What?
Which I'm sure you haven't heard about. It's nothing sexual.
Probably, yeah, you're right. Then I haven't heard about it.
It's dumb. So, you know Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right?
Yes.
Well, Michael Bay, the director, he wants to make another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film, but he wants to take them into space.
Okay.
And like people are going crazy.
Everything's about space right now, it seems.
Yeah, they're like, this is the dumbest thing, taking them to space. And then people that are like defending him, like, oh, they did that in the comic book and they did it in the cartoon. But the people are like, you don't understand. Like the whole premise was like they got like exposed to radiation in the sewers of like New York or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they became Ninja Turtles. But what Michael Bay wants to do is take them into space and say that there are alien Ninja Turtles, and like people are losing it.
Can he do that? Can he shoot in space? Can you do that? That's crazy.
Can you shoot in space? What are you talking about?
Well, like he wants to literally take his set.
No.
He's saying in general, the topic of the fictionally, they would be in space.
Yes.
And people are upset because of the premise. I get it. I
people
thought
are
like
gonna-
he really wanted to go to space.
No.
Okay.
Anyways, but yeah, that's
I guess I had to know more
like
about
TMZ
mutants.
did like a 45-minute online video of people debating over it.
Did you watch it?
It's that serious. No.
Okay.
I haven't.
I was
but-
like, because you've got lots of time on your hands. But I did watch Real Housewives for 45 minutes each episode.
yeah, that's cool.
That's why my neck hurts. Seriously, I think my head was cocked watching the fucking show forever. Okay. Emails. Thanks everyone for emailing us at feedback@sexwithemily.com. You can also email us right through the website, sexwithemily.com. And you know, if you check out our website, we've got a lot of great sponsors and you get discounts on other products. And today's show is brought to you by Jimmy Jane. Makes my favorite sex toys. Use coupon code Emily25 for $25 off purchases of $100 or more. And if you go to our website, you can see there's an Emily's Picks page where you can look at all my favorite toys. So I'm just a fan of toys. That's all. I think you should get some. All right. This topic, first email, single for a long time. Emily, I've started to download your podcast and I'm on your website listening to your interview about your hot sex book. Is there any advice you can give me as I'm going through a very long drought? I've been single for about 3 years now, but have not been in a long-term relationship since 2004. I don't know what I'm doing wrong to attract women. Wondered if you could help. Regards, Warren from Portsmouth, Hampshire. Okay. So, Warren, you're in a drought. So I wonder, I could give you advice, long drought. I don't know what you're doing wrong to attract women because I don't know what you're doing, but I assume that you're not out there even trying to meet people right now because you have to practice. We always say this, attraction. Those skills to meet somebody, those are skills that you actually have to develop. They're muscles that you have to flex. And if you're not putting yourself out there to meet new people, to meet new women, you got to just start practicing wherever you go, smiling at women, talking to women, and not feeling uncomfortable around women. So I would say there might be something that you're putting out there that is just maybe you're more insecure about it and you're overthinking it maybe, just like how we talked about women overthink things. But I think you just got to start opening yourself up to new experiences. And then I've talked about the say yes experiment. Every time you get invited to something or you get an email to invite to an event that sounds somewhat interesting, you should just go. You should just go and practice, talk to women, even women you're not attracted to, and just get your mojo flowing again. I think your mojo gets cut down, gets pushed down if you don't use it. And it sounds like you haven't been using it, and you got to use it to get some women. I don't know what you've been doing though, so you didn't tell me that, but I could help you. And you were listening to my hot sex book. Thank you. My hot sex book, you can buy it on Amazon. Yeah, I mean, we all go through droughts and dry spells, but the way to turn it around is to do proactive behavior.
Yeah, not sitting around at your house.
Don't sit at your house and write me emails. No, I'm just kidding. I love hearing from you. But I think it's just getting yourself out there because I don't believe that there's no one where you live. I mean, everyone talks about how they live in the worst town to date, and there are plenty of single people around America. Or there are more single people in America or in the world right now than ever before. People are not delaying marriage, not committing. And so there are people for you. You just have to go get them. They're not going to drop in your lap. Like the stork is not going to bring a single woman and drop her down your chimney.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. Okay. This is about the 4 agreements. Dear Emily, I found your podcast last week on iTunes, listened for a couple hours, and that was all I needed to become a yearly FWB member. Your show is like a fantastic breath of fresh air after drowning for so many years. At 32 years of age, I feel very lucky to have found your program. Thanks so much. I'm not trying to promote a book I've been reading. I'm curious if you or your listeners have ever heard of The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. With your show and this book, my awareness has exponentially increased, and I'm damn excited to the days ahead. Much love, Nick from Sacramento, California. He's a premium Friends with Benefits member. And have you heard of this book, The 4 Agreements? I've read it like in college or a long time ago. But the 4 agreements are, I think, did we talk about this email maybe? Be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions, and always do your best. So those are like the 4. This was written a long time ago, this book, but it's like always speak the truth with your word. Be impeccable with the words that you use. Don't take anything personally. So anytime in life these are just like 4 rules to live by. And I actually know a guy who studies these 4 agreements. Like that's like his therapist teaches these 4 agreements. Don't take anything personally. So many times in life we assume the worst of people. We think, oh, they did that to get back at me, or we think things are about us. And most of the time it's not. So don't take things personally, especially like in the workplace. You assume like, oh, they think I'm an idiot or they don't want me to do this because they don't like me, but it's not true. Don't make assumptions. Don't assume you have the answers to everything. Don't make assumptions, because usually we tend to go towards the negative. We assume that everything's like negative about us, and that's not true. And then always do your best. Just make sure that in life you do your best. You're like, when you go to bed at night, like today I did my best. So make sure you're doing everything to do your best. That's good. I feel refreshed. I actually feel like I'm going to practice all those today, if I haven't yet. I don't know if I've done my best today. I've had neck pain, as I mentioned.
Oh, no. Neck pain.
It's really painful.
How painful?
Like I can't turn my head the whole way. Like if you're watching this on video, like I can't go like that. I did it, but it hurt.
Wow.
I know, it's bad. It's from watching too much
Hard
television.
labor.
Okay, it's true. Hey, Emily, I'm a big fan. I've been listening to you for a few years now. Anyway, I'm in my early 20s and I've been with my boyfriend for more than a year. He's a great guy and I love him a lot. And we used to have sex like every day. But lately, I can't seem to be turned on or in the mood to have sex as much. And if we do have sex, I can't finish. I realize I'm actually really turned on by watching lesbian porn and only lesbian porn. And a few times we had sex, I got turned on by what I actually thought about women to turn myself on. I like being in this relationship and don't want to leave him. But I feel like I'm probably bi if I'm thinking about all this stuff. I feel like I missed that whole girl-on-girl college experimentation phase or something. I don't want a threesome, and he would really freak out if he knew about this, but I'm not really sure what to do besides masturbate when he's not around. Confused, Annie from San Francisco. Annie, I got to tell you that there is nothing wrong with fantasizing during sex, especially about women. A lot of women have these fantasies. I don't know if it means that you're bi. I have a married friend who that's how she loves her husband. They have great sex, but she's always fantasizing about lesbian porn or watching lesbian porn. But she's never been with a woman, never plans to be with a woman. This is a common thing. I'm just giving you an example of my friend, but
I have the same issue. I only get turned on by lesbian porn.
Exactly. Menace has that same issue. You should feel better now. But I would say there's nothing wrong with you. You're totally normal. But when you say that you don't want to be turned on or you're not in the mood for sex, I also wonder if there's anything that's changed, if you have a lot of stress in your life, if you're on any medications, they can also dampen your sex drive. So you might want to get checked out by a doctor if you really can't get turned on. But it sounds like you can get turned on by lesbian porn. And also, I wouldn't be so afraid about telling him. You're afraid that he's going to freak out if you tell him. And I would say some guys would be like, stick in the lesbian porn. Let's watch it. Let's watch it together. If that turns you on, baby,
yeah.
Right? A lot of guys would be like, that's kind of hot. And I get turned on by that too. It's a win-win. Mm-hmm. So I think that so much about sex is that people worry that they're not normal or they're doing something wrong or like they're afraid to share their fantasies. And I actually think the number one thing that helps a relationship is actually sharing your fantasies. I think that once you can get close with someone and communicate about what really turns you on, it's going to take your sex life through the roof. So I think that you should not worry about this at all, and you're totally fine. At least you know what turns you on, Annie, in San Francisco.
Annie.
Annie. Lesbian porn. So what? I love lesbian porn. That's my go-to porn. Doesn't mean I'm bisexual, although I have been with women. I wouldn't say. I don't know what I am. I don't want to label myself.
You're bisexual now?
No, I'm not bisexual, but
You're just telling me this, that you're bisexual now. I'm going to tweet it.
no, I'm not
Emily
bisexual.
is bisexual, everybody. The floodgates have opened for
I'm
all
not
you females out
bisexual, but
there.
I've been with women. I'm not bisexual. I mean, I don't know what I am. I don't like to label myself. I'm just a nice girl from Michigan. Okay. Let's get into our show topic.
And that is?
That is the truth and about common sex myths. So there's a lot of myths out there around sex, and we're going to debunk them for you right now. Okay, the first one, size matters. True or false?
True.
45 out of 50 women say girth is most important. Most women prefer no more than 5 or 6 inches. So you're fine. What? You're 3 inches?
I'm 3.25.
85% of women are happy with their partner's penis size, while only 55% of men are happy with their member size. So I would say that this is false. Size does not matter.
Guys are just overthinking it.
Guys are overthinking it. The size issue is a male issue. It's not a female issue. Sure, women talk about it like, oh, he was really big or he was small, but very rarely they're like, he's way too small or whatever. Like, so guys, stop tripping on it and just use your tools to the best of your ability. You'll be fine. Right?
Yes.
Here's why girth is more important than size. For example, the vaginal walls connect with each other and closes around whatever is inserted, regardless of size. It can hold snug around a tampon or it can stretch to deliver a baby. So that's why girth is more important if you want to talk about size. Okay. The next myth, men's sex drive peaks before women's.
Meaning?
Does a man's sex drive, does a young man or young woman whose sex drive peaks first?
Male. They're always going to say male.
It's true. That's actually true. At 18, men get a surge of the sexual hormone testosterone. Women's sexual hormone estrogen doesn't hit till around their mid-20s. But peaking hormones doesn't mean peak sexual performance. How true is that? When I had sex with 18-year-olds when I was 18, it's not the best sex of my life. No one knows what they're doing at 18.
Yeah.
So just because it's kind of a bummer that men are surging when they're 18, and then when they get hit like their late 30s and 40s, it starts to take a dive just when women's are peaking.
Yeah,
It's fucked up. Nature just messes us up.
Nature.
Nature really does mess us up, but men do peak before women. And I want to go back to the size matter ones. I said that was false, but it's true and false. The part of it that was true was that girth is more important than your size. And then the part that is false is that most women are happy with size regardless.
They said 80%.
85% of women are happy with their partner's penis size. So what the hell are you all worrying about? Worry about something else. Earthquakes or taxes. Okay, so semen is nutritional. True or false?
True.
Semen is. I would like a semen smoothie right now for lunch.
Oh God, you're disgusting.
Semen is full of protein, the minerals zinc and calcium, and some fructose sugars and other nutrients. It has few calories and is perfectly safe to swallow. It has no disease germs. Ingesting too much semen can create a pH imbalance in your stomach. Didn't we have a news story about a woman who swallowed the semen of a bunch of men? And
I told you that.
You did?
Yeah.
I get confused by what you tell me.
It's a rumor about a rapper, female rapper.
Oh, it's
probably
not true.
She had to go get her stomach pumped.
Yeah.
I'll look it up on the internet, see if it's true.
Did you really tweet that I was bisexual just now?
No.
Okay. Men can't have, we're talking about sex myths. Men can't have multiple orgasms. True or false?
Men can have, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that is false. Men can have multiple orgasms. Orgasm is not a goal or completion of sex, but rather an aroused physical and emotional state that literally can be experienced throughout one's entire being. The longer one lingers in this aroused state of excitement, the more energy and life force they can absorb and radiate. A man may have multiple orgasms without ejaculating and yet actually feel energized in the afterglow. So men can learn to give themselves multiple orgasms. It's not as easy as women because women can just keep going and going. So when a man experiences multiple orgasms, it awakens him to a similar experience. Men have reported feelings of pleasure that rise to their heart. Here's the point. So you get men to a certain point of no return when they're about to orgasm and then they stop. And then you can learn from there There's a great book called The Multi-Orgasmic Man, and if you want to learn about having multi-orgasms, you should read that book. But it's completely possible. I was dating a guy a long time ago, and he actually could have 3 orgasms in a row every time we had sex with ejaculation.
What?
So you might have orgasms without ejaculation too, but you have to train your body to do this. But he would ejaculate 3 times in a row every time we had sex. It was epic.
Jesus.
It wasn't enough to stay with him, but
Yeah.
it was a pretty cool thing. It was a lot of semen floating around though. Okay, so next myth. It is impossible to get pregnant while you're on your period. True or false?
It is impossible.
Nope, it's false. You can get pregnant at any stage of your menstrual cycle, even on the day you expect your period to start.
Damn it.
Sperm can live inside the body for up to a week. So if you have sex during your period and then ovulate shortly after, his little swimmers could still be hanging around, ready to make sexy time with an egg when it arrives. So there's lots of people think, oh, I have my period. We can have sex. You can ejaculate inside me, but she can actually get pregnant. So that's another reason to use your condoms, people, or birth control. Damn it. Okay. Having sex before a big event or game can hinder your performance. True or false?
I don't know if it's true, but I know that some baseball players say that they don't do it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, they say here it's false. Sex may actually help physical performance by boosting your testosterone.
Really?
A 30-minute sex session can usually uses less than 75 calories, so you don't have to worry about being tired the next day. Does it make you less able to focus? This has not been determined yet. If you have sex at night and you got a big game tomorrow, you can focus. I think it's a myth. I'm the devil. I'm like, come on, baby.
Yeah, you would be like trying to have sex with the guy right before the World Series. Come on.
I would. Do baseball players really believe that? I mean, I've seen it in movies and stuff.
No, I've seen it in news reports and stuff like that where guys say they won't do it before a big game.
Okay.
But of course, you would be there like, oh, it's all good. And then
it's all good, baby, because I want to have sex.
And then when he lost, you would leave him.
I'd be like, you are a loser.
You lost the World Series.
Sorry if it's because of the great sex we had last night, buddy. Okay, here's some other myths. You shouldn't have sex when she's on her period. This is different than pregnant. So should you not have sex when she's on her period? True or false?
Morally, yes.
You
guys are just going to do it anyways.
Okay, that's false. It's a great time to have sex when a woman's on her period. Menace doesn't like it, but there's a decreased risk of pregnancy. It can be easier to achieve orgasms and big ones because of increased sensitivity in the vaginal area. These orgasms can help relieve any cramping she experiences. Many women naturally feel more turned on around this time and have an increased desire for sex. This is a case-by-case basis. I know some women who get super horny when they have their period. But also, there's a lot of guys who aren't into having sex. The blood freaks them out.
Yeah, it's messy.
It's messy. Menace won't even use his massage candle from Jimmy Jane because he thinks
messy.
It's right. Oh, that's what you should buy. Jimmy Jane is their massage candle because it's epic. It burns at a lower. It's hot. It's a hot candle. You pour the wax on your partner's body, but it burns at a lower temperature, so the wax turns into the most delicious massage oil of your life. So go to Jimmy Jane. And use coupon code Emily25 and buy it. Okay. But anyway, I'm not one of those women about sex. Like, I don't get more turned on, but I know that a lot do. Okay. The G-spot doesn't really exist.
It doesn't. It's a myth.
False. It does exist. Women who are able to achieve a vaginal orgasm have thicker than average tissues between the vagina and the urethra. If you haven't had one yet, lie on your back. Have your partner or yourself use 1 or 2 fingers to stimulate the upper front wall of your vagina with a come here motion, which is like towards your stomach when you stick your fingers inside. Hit the right spot, and within 10 seconds, you'll know it. During vaginal intercourse, try rear or women on top. Both put his penis in a position to hit the jackpot. They're still saying the G-spot doesn't exist. There was like a study that came out like a month ago. It's like, I can get 100 women in this room telling you the G-spot exists. Just right now. I could send out a tweet. We could get all the locals.
How could they not figure that out by now?
People are still debating it. There was a study that came out a few months ago that said that it doesn't exist. And it's a study by men. Just how you think that women can't teach blowjob class, men can't talk about G-spots because they don't have one.
shouldn't. I totally agree with that statement.
Okay. But here's
Women
the thing.
should be conducting these studies.
The mechanics of period sex can be very challenging. So here are some tips. Women can use soft cups. These are shaped like a diaphragm. So it sits further up in your vagina over the cervix to allow penetration without the mess. That's what you need, woman, to use. So then you don't get the mess.
I mean, no, it's cool. They can give me fellatio while that's going on, but that's about it.
Menace. Use a condom.
Yeah,
this will prevent blood from getting on your penis, although still sometimes it gets on your penis.
It gets everywhere, man.
Sorry.
It's a bloodbath.
Consider having sex in the tub or the shower.
Okay,
like you did last weekend.
Fine. Yeah.
Water will wash away all menstrual flow. Place a dark towel under you. This can save you a trip to the laundromat. Just get some dark towels, Menace, and have some messy sex already.
Dark towel.
Yeah, you put dark towels down and then you
Why
wash
can't
them.
you just wait a couple days? Jesus.
Because some women are super horny and they want to bone you when they have their period. Jesus Christ.
Let's bone.
Limit your
You're
positioning.
cleaning up that crap after then.
It's better to stick to guy on top, missionary doggy style, no reverse cowgirls. Yeah, that would be kind of drippy messy. So that's what I got for you for myths.
God.
Did you learn a lot today?
Yes. That I don't want to talk about this subject again.
Why? Period sex?
Yeah.
Any other myths you want to know about?
Any other myths that I would
What
like
are
to
some
know
popular
about?
sexual myths? Like myths like, oh, I should tell my partner. Should you ever, like I started out the show, should you ever
Well,
tell
the
your
biggest
partner?
one is that can I get pregnant on the period thing?
Right.
That like people talk about that all the time.
Right.
Any other myths? The dumb one when you're like 13. Oh, she's going to get pregnant if you get fellatio.
I know. I never thought that, but I know that that's common that people think that. I mean, I've never heard that one until later in life. And then other myths are that, I don't know, that you should tell your partner, like I started out the show, that it's good to share all your past sexual exploits with your partner.
No.
That's my own bonus one.
Yeah.
So that's what we got for you today. If you if there's any topics that you'd like to hear about on the show, or you want to give us any feedback, you can email us, feedback@sexwithemily.com. You can buy my app, Kegel Camp, in the iTunes store. It's awesome. It's rocking men and women's sex lives. It's really ranking high up there in the iTunes store. And it's your Kegel exercises. Men and women do them. They help men stay harder longer. They help women have stronger orgasms. And it's just 5 minutes a day. Kegel Camp. Go buy that. Or buy my book, Hot Sex, on Amazon.
Yeah.
Hot Sex, over 200 things you can try today.
And
what?
speaking of apps, we're at the Citrus Studios in San Francisco. You can download the app. It is for free. Free. Don't have to pay for it. STITCHER. You download the app, you search Sex with Emily, and you can listen to it on your iPhone, your Droid, your iPad, whatever you like.
And we really, like I said at the beginning, become a Friends with Benefits member. Support the show. If you're listening to the podcast right now, we so appreciate it. And we just, we need to make a living here. And we just appreciate everyone. We want to do this for you every day. And we just appreciate you supporting the show. It's like 22 cents a day. It's like nothing.
Nothing.
And it's going to improve your sex life. We guarantee you. So thanks everyone for listening to Sex with Emily. Was it good for you? Email me, feedback@sexwithemily.com.